Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. It's a big night tonight on CBS. Big sports night on CBS tonight. The NEC golf highlights are coming up later on in the show, which is exciting. And the NFL football was on the network earlier tonight. It was an amazing game if you missed it. The Philadelphia Badgers beat the Pittsburgh Antelopes. It was 6 innings of madness. I was glued to the set. I do love the American football. I do love it. In Europe, the game, what we call football is played with your feet. Here, that's called soccer. I guess you play it in your socks or something. I don't know. You don't really use your feet. American football should be called handball, shouldn't it, really? But there's already an Olympic sport called European handball, so it can't be. Actually, I like the idea of European handball it's a very kind of Bond villain sport. I like it. So Bond would go and see the villain and he'd be playing a game of European handball by himself. Don't be worried by my European handball skills, Bond. I like to play using a live grenade. And yeah, I keep my hand in my pocket too, Bond. Because it's metal. I only like sports that Bond villains play. Goldfinger, for example, played golf. I do like the golf. I loved Goldfinger. Do you remember Goldfinger in the... It's fantastic. Oh, yes. Goldfinger was the one when James Bond said, "So, Goldfinger, do you expect me to talk?" Goldfinger said, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." This is nice. That's a villain. I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. And now I'm playing golf. People expect me to know about golf because I'm Scottish. And Scottish people invented the game. I don't know if you know that. They invented golf. See, golf made sense in Scotland back in the, Middle Ages because there were all these vast green rolling hills with holes and little flags in them, and they didn't know what to do. All those little electric carts lying around. What can we use these things for? I'm actually always surprised that golf was invented in Scotland because it's a country with constant wind and rain. So you don't really want to be outside. And without, reinforcing a stereotype, golf is expensive. It's expensive buying plaid trousers and polyester hats and joining country clubs and everything. And Scottish folks don't do expensive. We don't. We don't do expensive. We like cheap. That's why I'm on CBS. Oh, no, come on, I'm only kidding you. I don't know what the hell that is. It's Friday night, I'm all sassy. Golf is a great sport if you're a professional athlete. If you're going to be an athlete, be a professional golfer, because you don't have to retire at 30. You just keep going. What are you going to do if you retire from golf? Well, I'll, spend a bit of time playing golf now. It's a great game because nobody's tackling you. No one's deliberately hitting you in the face. Best of all, absolutely no way Don King is involved. It's completely Don King free game. Mind you, when Don King's not involved, you kind of don't know who's going to win until the game's finished. No, I love golf, but on the downside, I'm a bit intimidated by the clothes that the golfers wear. The polyester and the plaid and the bright. These are clothes that square dancers wouldn't wear. Now, the great CBS... the great CBS golf announcer David Feherty from Ireland, he's a great golfer. And he was on the show last week, and even he admitted golf is a maddening game. And he's a good golfer. He won the Scottish Open, David Feherty. And he said that he's lucky to hit 1 or 2 good shots in a week. He said it's frustrating. See, and I don't play golf because I don't like to be angry. I shouldn't be able to get angry holding a big metal club in my hand. Nobody wants that. I can barely drive to work without getting into a road rage incident. That's how Braveheart started, It was just a couple of bad games of golf and we were off to kill the English. Even though I don't play the golf, though, I do love to watch it on television because I really do. I love the golf commentating because the golfers pretend, you know, the commentators pretend the golfers can hear them. So they whisper. So like, oh, yes. And now he's doing that golf thing. He's gonna have a little putt. I better talk quietly because I can't hear you. And watching golf is good because it doesn't take much out of you. You don't have to paint yourself or, you know, do the wave or anything like that. There's no hooliganism. Now, my son and I like to play the mini golf. I love the mini golf, you know, hitting the orange ball through the big mouthy thing, you know. That was just me doing that. That's nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I don't. In Scotland, we call it crazy golf, but it's just mini golf. And there's actually a professional mini golf tour. Did you know that? It's, we don't broadcast it in CBS. Can't afford it, I don't think. But I'd love to hear the commentators on the crazy golf, on the mini golf. You know, and there's the putt going down. It's going down the clown's nose. Off the windmill, into the giant plastic donkey's ass. But anyway, I am going to start playing golf. I'm going to start playing big guy golf. Big professional, not professional golf, but, you know, grown-up golf with no windmills. I just don't know where people find the time to play. I don't have 5 hours to play a game of golf. I've got a full-time job. My days are packed. I wake up at 11, I have a brunch with my celebrity friends, a manicure, a pedicure, a massage, catch a movie, do the show, fire somebody, time for a nap, and the day's done. I'm finished. I don't have time. Golf, though, good for your career. All the Hollywood power players play golf. Which, actually, I don't know if that makes me want to play or not. Although I do like the idea of a caddy. Someone following you around, carrying your stuff. You know, and advising you. It'd be good to have a caddy if you went to a nightclub. You know, not just for golf, so they could say, yeah, go and talk to that girl. She just broke up with her boyfriend. She's vulnerable. Go. I really decided to take up golf because it's a nice way to meet women. It's a great way to meet women. For some reason, there's always single women on a golf course. But strangely enough, none of them seem to be interested in me. It must be me. Although they keep saying to me, you're in television. Do you know Ellen?